I just got screamed at, yelled at by a man at my gym in public in front of everyone.
I'm sure for absolutely no reason. Why would he do that? Just out of nowhere, walked up to you and started screaming. Well, let's find out. Coach Greg, in today's video, we're exposing gym girls. And no, not that kind of exposing. I'm talking about exposing their ridiculousness, their narcissism, their main character syndrome, thinking that they own the gym and they get to do whatever they want. Just got screamed at by a man at the gym. Oh, isn't it always a man? And he screamed at you, I'm sure for absolutely no reason. Why would he do that? Just out of nowhere, walked up to you and started screaming. Well, let's find out. Please ignore the gum while I'm talking. I'm obviously fluttered. What is it with women when they set up the camera on the tripod, they set the whole thing up? I just experienced the worst traumatic thing of my life. We don't care. Nobody cares. Do you understand this? It's not too late to delete your video.
I just got screamed at, yelled at by a man at my gym in public in front of everyone.
By a man in public at a gym and by a man. No wonder this woman is single. And you know how I know that she's single? Because she's recording this video. No man would allow his girlfriend to make a video and post it like this. Imagine how embarrassing that would be. I'm just picturing Mepstagram going to the gym and something happening like this. And she comes home and I see her crying and recording a video. And I'm thinking, hey, what's up, babe? What happened? If something actually happened that was bad, we're going to the gym. I'm going with her and we're going to have a little talk. It's not something you post on social media.
I am trembling, shaking.
If you're trembling and shaking, here's a tip. Wait. No matter how upset you are right now, no matter how flustered, wait. Sleep on it. You will feel better. Recording a video while you're in a high emotional state, it's not a very good idea. If a man did this, what we all say, bro, why aren't you stoic? Why did you post that? Why are you crying on command? And so before overreacting, can we not just sit on our thoughts a little bit and analyze things? Perhaps talk it over with your friends. That's what friends are for, to talk about emotional things and see. Maybe they have a different perspective. Maybe, just maybe, it wasn't the man's fault after all.
I don't know what just happened.
I mean, it's so random. No way. Could have been something that I did. It's not possible. I mean, how could that be?
I work out at just like a very public gym in my town.
You know, it was a very public gym. Unlike other gyms, they're only somewhat public. They're private. I mean, actually, if they're public, they can't be private. They're either public or private. And so, a public gym.
I was just finishing up my leg day.
Why is she looking over all over the place? Like, if you're in danger right now, don't record the video. If it's so traumatic, so scary, let's not look around. Let's drive off, perhaps go to the police, call 911. If it's actually an emergency, let's use our resources for what they're worth.
This man who I've seen in the gym multiple times, like, he's not somebody new. He's very, like, clearly looking at me.
A man who goes to the same public gym, who she's seen multiple times, was looking at her not just once, but twice, maybe even 3 times. She had made eye contact with him a few times before, but she saw that he looked at her in a public gym, that his eyes were not on the floor. They were not staring at someone else. They were actually looking at her briefly. And so imagine the terror that she was experiencing right now. His eyes made contact with hers. When you're in the gym between sets, unless you have your phone, which I guess in 2026, now you have to have a phone so that you can stare at it the entire time. If you're not staring at your phone and you're resting between sets per, let's say, 2 minutes, what are we to do? Let's say, for example, yesterday, I counted the members in the gym. I did a little experiment I wanted to see. There was 38 men and 3 girls in the gym. And so 38 of us guys were walking around training, and there were 3 girls. And so we have to, at all times, refrain from making any form of eye contact with any of the 3 females. Now, if you're a woman and you're actually into being nice to men and you don't care if they look at you occasionally or talk to them, what a great place for a woman to meet a man. Like, think about it. The ratio, it's over 10-1. 3 girls, 38 guys. And so, unless you're a coach, Greg, what chance do you actually have? Not very much. But for the women, you got your pick of the liver. Think of it, it's even better than on a dating app. You have all these men who care enough about their health to be at the gym. Remember, this is at 9 p.m. And so people who are working throughout the day, perhaps in the evening, this is how they choose to spend their time. I think this is a win. I think these guys are at the gym last night. Most of them are winners. And so why not go and approach a man? Hey, seeing you at the gym, you look fit, want to go out for coffee. Women could try that. Now, men, I don't suggest that you do the same. I mean, this is what we're dealing with. This. Imagine if that man who made eye contact with her 2 or 3 times during a whatever session at the gym, imagine if he had actually approached her, walked up to her, asked her, how many sets do you have left? Oh my goodness. That guy spoke to me. Call the police. Or imagine he asked her what time it was. What time? Well, I'm not even wearing my watch. I don't know what time it is. It's time for you to mind your own business. Or heavens forbid he asks her name. The audacity of men in 2026 to think that it's still okay to approach women and ask for their name. Heaven forbid their Instagram handle, or if they're that bold to ask a girl out. I mean, unless you're Drake and you're offering me to buy my mom a house at this instant, don't talk to me. Unless you're Drake. If you're Coach Greg, you best be approaching me, offering me a very lucrative sponsorship, or how dare you talk to me in the gym? This is my place. And so the last time I defended a man's right to approach a woman at a gas station, give her a compliment, nice shoes, hey, what's your phone number, what's your name, got canceled off of TikTok. 58,000 negative comments saying, Coach Greg, do you not realize it's 2022 now? Do you not know how horrible it actually is? You cannot do that. Women nonstop are put into danger by men like you. You are horrendous. I was told I was a Mexican grapeist, is what I was told, in only more specific terms. And people are making videos about horrible Coach Greg saying that it's okay to compliment women and ask them out as for their phone numbers at a gas station. You can't do it there. And so imagine, because this is 4 years in the future, doing it at the gym. There's no way. No freaking way. And so let's see what happened here.
I finish with my set. I look up. He's already looking at me. Like, kind of shake my head like this. Because if you're a woman, you know it is so disgusting and annoying when you're just trying to get a workout in.
I mean, the level of disgust and annoyance from being at a gym in a public space and having somebody notice you. It's appalling. No wonder women overeat. No wonder they're so obese. The average woman is 5'3.5", 171.6 pounds. Did you know that? They probably do this on purpose as a form of self-defense. They try to become so gross, hideous, and fat that no one will ever want to look at them. I mean, does that not make sense? The more fat layers you put on your body, the more you're protecting your heart. You know, from the inside, it's metaphorical. You can't allow people in, whether it's the laser eyes looking at you or within your soul. Guys, it gets deep here. And so you get fat, You get repulsive in order for men to not want to look at you anymore. Problem is, not all women have realized this superpower. And so some women who are still decent, they're at least a 4 out of 10, like this girl, they're still attractive enough that people still want to look. You know, they want to check her out. It's life. You're in a gym space. You don't get to decide where other people's eyes look for a couple of seconds.
Minding my own business, literally looking down, shaking my head, checking my phone, changing the song. All of a sudden, he's screaming. I don't even hear him at first because my headphones are on. I don't know who he's talking to. I have no idea he's talking to me.
Out of the blue, for no reason, after looking at her between sets, glancing at her, you know, doing his thing, whatever, minding his business, passing the time, suddenly he screams at her. Out of the blue for no reason whatsoever. Just, he's a lunatic. He must be on psychedelics. Perhaps he is on recreational substances. He's not okay. This is an immediate danger. You need to run away as fast as you can. 911, hopefully all the other gym members were coming to help her in her defense. Let us see.
Screaming. What are you shaking your head at? Like, do you have a problem?
We've come to find out that she's now shaking her head. And so he looks at her, she looks at him back, looks at him and shakes her head in disgust. Are you picturing this? You're just in the gym, you're minding your business, you're trying to finish your own workout the way she is. She's doing her legs, she's doing her leg sets. Perhaps you're on the chest machine across, and so the chest machine is here, and the leg press machine is there, and you're doing your presses, and you get to failure unlike Mr. Mike, and you look over, and she finishes her leg press set, and you look up. She sees you, she's looking at you, both of you looking, and so because she sees that you're looking at you, he starts shaking his head in disgust at this man. And he's got to be thinking, what the heck did I do wrong? What am I doing? I'm minding my business on the other side over here, not next to her. I haven't asked her name. I haven't asked for her number. I haven't even talked to her. I'm over here training my testicles.
I'm in here working too. I'm in here working too.
I'm in here working too. It's the Me Too movement for men. We're both working out. You and I, the same goals. Two people, opposite sexes, but we both have one thing in common. We want to improve our fitness, our health. We're in the gym. Why are you shaking your head at me? What is going on? Does he not have the right to ask her questions? Is it illegal to ask questions? Why are you shaking your head at me? Is it much different than someone doing this? Hey, what's with that? Why are you giving me the finger? Why are you shaking your head at me? Why are you waving at me? If you're doing something to someone in the gym, you can ask the question, why? Why did you do that?
What? Hello? Who are you talking to right now like that? And why?
You, who was shaking your head at me after we made eye contact. You.
I could have been shaking my head at whatever I was looking at on my phone. I could have been shaking my head at whatever I was listening to in my headphones that I had on my ears.
Yeah, but you're looking at me and shaking your head. None of that is true. You're thinking of potential reasons why you may, in the history of your lifetime, have shaken your head. Yeah, you might have been thinking of a time in a movie where you didn't like that scene and you were shaking your head, but you weren't. You were looking at me as I was looking at you, and you began to shake your head. And so I asked the question. Her response could have been, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I was listening to a song that I really hate, and I was shaking my head. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm actually on a phone call, and I didn't realize that they can't see me shaking my head, that they can only hear me. It's audio. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I meant no disrespect if you thought that I was shaking my head at you. Oh, no wonder. Oh, I thought you were making fun of me or shaking your head at me for some reason because I had done something wrong. Thanks for the clarification. Have a nice day. You see how that interaction could have been a lot better? But no, I chose to have main character syndrome. I chose to be a narcissist and make everything about me.
It was really just us going back and forth with each other. Me saying, if you weren't already freaking staring at me when I looked up, maybe I wouldn't be like shaking my head at you thinking you're disgusting, because why are you staring at women in the gym?
You're disgusting. Because why are you staring at women? Now it's plural in the gym. Apparently, he had been doing this to all kinds of women in the gym. We don't even know if there was a single other female. I mean, last night at 9, there was 3 females and 38 males in my gym. It's possible there was more than one woman in this gym that he was looking at, but how would she know? How would they know? How would they know? The only way that she knows if he was looking at other women is if she was looking at him. And so wouldn't that by default make her be doing exactly what she's accusing him of doing? Think of that.
A lot of people are really angry at me, and to be quite honest, the comments, I had to turn them off because they were very overwhelming.
And so, I had to turn the comments off. A lot of the comments, they didn't agree with me. They were kind of on his side, saying, it's okay for you to look around the gym, that you had overreacted, that shaking your head deliberately in disgust at someone isn't something that should be taken lightly. She's now had a day to think. Remember what I said originally she should have been doing? Not looking around like this, recording a video. She should have slept, talked to her friends, asked some questions, and perhaps learn. Hey, read a book. Perhaps you can read the book attached and discover your perhaps traumatic childhood that led to you being like this. Are you, in fact, a secure individual? Are you anxious? Or are you an avoidant? You could learn from these books and then don't record the video. Instead of recording the video, you watch some Coach Greg and you laugh. And you go about your day.
I just like to work out, and I would enjoy being able to do that without being stared at by men. And I think I should be able to shake my head whenever I want.
All right. Fair play. Okay, and so based on what you just said, let's strike up a deal. Let's us strike up a deal. Men and women of the world, because this is more than just this one individual. This is about all of us going to the gym. She wants to be able to go to the gym and shake her head at anybody. If she doesn't like the way they're looking at her, if she doesn't like the cut of your jib, you're too short, too fat, too bald, too young, too old. 210. She wants to be able to do whatever he wants. I mean, I don't know if she wants to be able to just shake her head at people, or does that include giving the finger? If you're allowed to now shake your head at people, we're allowed to use our eyes in public. We now have permission to look around the room, to glance at things, to notice people. You can shake your head at us in a public space at whoever you want, and we can use our eyes. Can we strike a deal? I feel like that's fair. This is a lot more work to rotate your head from side to side, left or right. Izquierda, derecha. I don't speak Spanish. And so perhaps we can use our eyes. I feel like that's fair. I feel like in the history of the world of mankind, before, that C word, people were allowed to use their eyes in the gym. I believe we have 7 senses, like feeling things, taste, touch, eyesight. I don't know all the senses. Maybe there's 5. Whatever. I forget. I'm old. Looking at things is one of them. And so if you can shake your head at people, we can look at things. Is it a deal? And so seeing as you have permission to shake your head and discuss whatever you want to whoever you want, perhaps we should have permission to look at you for 1 set longer than you permit. Does that make sense? Do you now see how irrational that you were? Do the women and the men who watch this video, do you agree with Coach Greg? Or am I delusional? Is this a red pill video? Am I red pill? Am I black pill, blue pilled? All I know is I want to get Blue Lobster. Get some caffeine into me, some energy, some pre-workout. And while I'm on the pre-workout, I'm going to think more clearly than ever before, and I'm going to go to Algorex to get my blood work, because I want doctors to prescribe me peptides and other prescription medications, perhaps Cialis, Viagra, enclomiphene. The list goes on and on. Maybe I want to lose some weight. I want to get a GLP. The doctors there can prescribe to you substances, medications, for example, that are from compounding pharmacies. Isn't that what you want? You 100% know that it's exactly what you paid for. No sketchy, scammy bullshit, SARMs or peptide research chemical bullshit. Nothing. Approved substances that are prescribed to you at significantly lower prices than, for example, let's choose Merrick Health. I want you to all go to Merrick Health and look at all of their prices, all of them. Then go to Algo RX. Remember, Algo RX. Compare the prices and buy the ones that make sense to you. If you want to spend more money, by all means, go spend more money. If you want to save, go to Algo RX and use code Greg for your discount. Does that make sense? How much of a win-win would that be? Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algo. Please go to Algo RX. Don't forget to watch any of the tube loops. You want to get coached by myself and my team? Guys, I coach everybody. You don't need to worry. I got you covered. Also, if you want to become an ambassador or a sponsored athlete or to sell all these amazing supplements in your store, gym, click the link for that as well. And until next time, I am out.